All right, hey guys, this is Jason with FCN for You. I want to quickly go over how to create a post. I'm not going to go in depth to it because there's a lot that you can do within FCN for You. So you have to be a member and you have to be logged in to see create posts. And you have to have your profile all set up, okay? You can't have any red in here or you won't be able to create a post. And so all you do is you click on create a post right here, and you got a title where you have emojis. You got 60 characters. You can add a category, and then you can search for your category, but you won't be able to type in a new category. You can only pick from an existing category. You have a short description of 250 characters. You can add emojis to the end of it, and you can add hashtags. Hashtags is by pound, and let's type in DEV, and it will pull up all the existing hashtags that start with DEV. Okay, and it's going to filter on find D, then E, and then V, and that's why you see it come them through here. And you're going to see the number of posts, the number of events, the images, the videos, the podcasts, the short stories. All of that will show up eventually. That's new functionality that's coming shortly. Okay, and so right there is what you got your short description. This is your local content. Okay, and the reason why we had you set up your local community, your local content for your local, you can quickly click on that and it will automatically fill in your local content. Now, if this is not for Statesville and it's only for Iredell, for the county, you can go remove the city and just have it for Iredell, or vice versa, and just for the state. Or if it's global content, you leave it all blank. This is your featured image. Now, I'm not going to go in detail on how to use that. That'll be a separate video because it would take too long to go over the details. But your featured image is 1280 by 720. You can create a background, and you click on this little button right there to upload your background. Okay, and I'm going to show you this just real quick, just how you upload a background. So I'll just do that cat, and it fills your entire background with that image. Now, this is layers, so if you add another image on top of it, you can add another image right on top of that other image you just did, and then you can move it around anywhere or change the size of that image. Now, if this looks like it's gone, it's not. It's right here. Okay, but it's layers. When I click on this layer goes behind this layer. It's still there, but that's back behind because this is the background of the image. Okay, and I just made it a little bit bigger by clicking on that link. I could make this as just its own little image by itself and this to be its own image, or I could make this one bigger and have the other one covered over top of it. You'd have to move this up to make it part of the background. Okay, and then when you save this, that image goes over the top of this image. When you edit it, it just depends on which one's first and which one's second. You also have text where you can add text to over top of your images, and you could change the color of the text. You can have a shadow on the text. You can boldface it. You can change fonts. Okay, all different fonts there. You can have a stroke on it on your text. Okay, just like that, if you want to. And by the way, you can move it around. You can flip it to any way you want to, or you can change the size of it, you know, and then you can make it go like that. Now, if it goes outside of the window here, this is your fixed window for your text. So if it doesn't fit inside there, make it fit properly so it fits inside there. Okay, and you can do whatever you want with your images. You have shapes, and you got rectangle shapes, all kinds of rectangles, and you can make it wider back like this, and then you can change it to a full color. And when you click on the color, you can actually make it so it fades in, and so you got some kind of a color. And you can put your text over top of it as long as the rectangle is at the top, and then when you save it, everything will be over the top of it. Okay, you want to make your featured image really stand out because it's key to get people to click on your post and read your post. I'll create another video on more detail on the featured image. This is the body of your post. Okay, when you scroll to the top, there's going to be a lock button. This locks this menu so that you don't have the ability to scroll up and down. Now you can unlock it any time, and then you can scroll up and see all the content, or scroll down there. Okay, and that just locks it, removes this bar. This looks like Microsoft Word. You can do almost anything you can in Microsoft Word as you can here. Okay, so all you have to do is start writing your content, and then you could say, I want to make that a bigger font, and then you got bigger fonts, or you can just click this A button right here and make it bigger or smaller. Okay, whatever you want to do, or select it and go up to 64 inch in size. You can center this. You can make it uppercase, lowercase, or capitalize the K. Okay, in everything. So if a bunch of words, they all be capitalized. Okay, you can change the font to any font size you want up here. You can undo it or redo it right there. Okay, and you got your bold. You have to highlight the content first, and then bold faced it, italics, underlined, and a strike through. Okay, you got all of those things that you can do. Okay, pretty cool. And then you hit return, and your cursor goes back to the left. Now, if you want to make, let's say, numbers, and I want to make this number 1, all you have to do is go to paragraph, do numbers, and it will automatically indent it for you. And then when you hit the return key, you got another numbers, return, another numbers. And if you want to indent that, that'll give you another number that you can continue on and go for that. And if you want to do this, you can actually do it in bullets, okay? Or change it, okay? Whatever you want. Those stays the numbers, and those are bullets now, and vice versa. You can do heading too, but one or the other in this, you can do headings, okay? So if you do return twice, now if you type Jason, you can make it a heading, okay? An H1 or whatever, and it'll make it a bitter. And then if I want to make it a capital letter or capitals, you can do that. You can change the font color, okay, to any color you want. And then you can change it back to whatever you want, maybe a pink color. And you can actually change the background of the font right here. And if you move these buttons over like this, and now you have the background of that font. And then you can make it transparent if you wanted to. All right. And then you can copy that and move it to another area if you wanted to. The background color, this is the entire background of the post, and you can make everything black. However, you can't see the words because the words are black. So that's why we created this, to select all and then change all the words to white. Okay. Now, the problem with this is if it's a link, if this was a link, your links are white now too. But you can make any link to any affiliate product right there. Okay, so let's bring this back to white, and then select the words and bring them back to black, and there we go. All right, I'm not going to go into more detail on that. I want to go over images, video, and map. Okay, when you add images, you can click on this, and it's the same thing as before. You click on the image right here, and over on the left-hand side, you got content and styles. Content and styles. When you're in content, you can click on this little box here, and then it will pop up your personal images, global images. You can upload new image, or you can use our template images again, and you can go pick anything you want in here and add an image. Again, you got all these little dots on here, so that means you can make the image bigger or smaller, up to you. Okay, this down here allows you to center your image, right justify your image, or left justify it with words wrapped around it. For example, I can actually have words in here wrapped around my image. Okay, there are tons of things you can do on this image. I'm just going to quickly show you what you can do in styles. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit of styling, and that's about it. If I want to put a black spread around it, you can also do on layout padding. Okay, and add tons of padding on there, so you got lots of style. Then you can add another color behind that. Okay, all right. I'm not going to go into more detail on that because there's a lot more we can do on this. We haven't even touched the surface of the functionality that you can do with this. Now you can keep hitting return, and then actually, if you hover over it and you see that, you can move this image to anywhere you want. Okay, and it will automatically wrap that image. Now, if I want to add a video, all I have to do is add video right here, and it'll add the video player right here. You click on the pencil. Again, you got content and styles. Content and styles. The same styles you can do on here, you can do on the video or the map, okay? But let me click on this and let's go grab a link. So I want to take this video from YouTube, grab the link, copy it, go back to your FCN for You, go back to here, and make sure this is on YouTube or Rumble. And I'm on YouTube. I made a quick delete key, so this is the actual player that's right here. I want to delete that and then paste that YouTube link. And now you have that YouTube right there. And it will play right there. Okay? So you can play that YouTube video. Now you click on the pencil again, it brings back the settings. You can add a hashtag to this image. So, and if you add devolution to this, this will show up in the hashtag on the home page when you devolution as a separate video that's linked to your post that drives organic traffic back to you. That's power, okay? Lots of power for you. And then again, you can go to styles, you can go to layout, you can make a nice blur, you can make a bigger blur, you can change the colors to anything you want on the background. Plus you got all kinds of different styles and settings. I'll go into that in a detail in another video, okay? Because I don't want to make this video too long. You can do the same thing with maps, okay? All you have to do is click on the map. You got your content styles up here. Type in your local address, okay? When you type in your local address, click on it, it will go directly to your map. And you can make your map wider. Obviously, that's not my location. And then you can center it. You can left justify it, right justify it, left justify it, wrap the text around, and you can move the image the way you want to. This is your location of what you want to do. And again, you can do all kinds of styles to this again, just like you do on anything else, and then change the colors to whatever you want, okay? Pretty cool of what you can do with this thing. Very powerful. We will have countdown timers, we'll have MP3 players in here, we'll have text box inside of there that you can put all different colors behind. There's so much we're going to be able to add for you. Our goal is for you to create content for free, okay? And have the tools to be able to do whatever you want. All right, at this point, there's one last thing I need to talk to you about to go over. It's if you clicked on mobile device right there, if you clicked on this guy, you've lost that little icon, okay? That's because there's nothing here. You have to migrate from desktop, whatever you have on desktop, to tablet and mobile device. That's what this button does for you. Migrates to tablet and mobile device. Now in the future, we're going to be able to have, if you clicked on that by mistake, you'll have the button here to migrate, okay? And a button here to migrate. But right now, you click on this, you merge it to it, now it shows up on tablet, okay? And then you can make the images bigger or smaller to fit the format of a tablet. You see, this is not full desktop, this is tablet mode, okay? This is mobile mode, your mobile phone. It's smaller, okay? Maybe you have words over here and you don't want that. So you click on this, you can center it, and then you can make it bigger so it fits the tablet properly. Or if it doesn't look good here from tablet, when you click on this, you can shrink this down to make it match what you want to look like. You can change anything you want on here, and anything you change here will only show up on tablet, okay? So if you don't want this one here, you want to delete this, you just right click on the pencil and you can delete, okay? And when you go back to desktop, it's still there, but when you go back to tablet, it's not there, okay? Even if your words are smaller, just change the font size to like maybe a 20 and it will fit properly here. And maybe it's a little bit bigger than a 20, but you need to make sure you highlight it and then select 32 or whatever fits, whatever looks good. It's WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get. And at this point, you can go back to desktop or you can publish this. When you publish it, you're agreeing that there's no, you're not violating the copyright laws, meaning this is your content or if it is not your content, you're giving credit to somebody's content. Okay, so that's very important that you're giving credit to other people's work, meaning their website, their name, and you give credit. By the way, we'll have a curation tab in here so that you can give credit to people, and it'll help you build a curation tab. Okay, so I don't want to go into more detail because this could take a long time, a very long video. So I'll have a different video that talks about the body of the post, more about the featured image of how to create a blog post. But once you get the hang of this, it's very, very powerful. All right, guys, thank you for your time, for listening, and we'll talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye.